Welcome back to Deep Soul Healing. We've been exploring the astrology of healing, and today we come to one of the most powerful archetypes in the entire chart, Chiron, the wounded healer. Chiron isn't a planet but an asteroid, or more specifically, a centaur, that carries an incredibly deep symbolic meaning. In mythology, Chiron was a wise healer and teacher who could heal others, but he carried a wound that he could never fully heal himself. And in astrology, Chiron represents just that, our core wound, the pain we carry that feels impossible to resolve, and yet, through it, we discover our greatest gifts. When you look at your Chiron placement, its sign, its house, you're looking at the wound that cuts the deepest. This isn't surface level pain. It's the kind of wound that feels almost existential, like, why me? Why does this hurt so much? For example, if Chiron is in Aries, the wound may center around identity and self-worth, feeling like you don't know who you are or that you don't have the right to take up space. If Chiron is in the 4th house, the wound may center around family, belonging, or not feeling at home in the world. If Chiron is in Libra, the wound may come through relationships, struggles with harmony, fairness, or feeling complete on your own. Here's the key. Chiron's wound may never completely go away, but it transforms into a source of compassion, wisdom, and service. Our deepest pain often becomes our medicine for ourselves and for others. Through the lens of psychology, Chiron often correlates with early wounding, moments in childhood when something essential was missing or when we internalized the belief that we weren't enough. It's that tender spot that gets pressed again and again in adulthood until we learn to approach it with compassion. Healing with Chiron isn't about erasing the wound. It's about learning to tend to it, to integrate it, and to allow it to soften our hearts rather than harden them. So often, people who become therapists, coaches, healers, or spiritual guides are working directly with their Chiron wounds. The wound becomes the doorway to empathy, to wisdom, to a gift they share with the world. Spiritually, Chiron reminds us that healing is not about perfection. Healing is about wholeness, accepting both our light and our pain as sacred parts of our journey. The soul didn't come here to be flawless. It came here to grow, to feel, to experience, to remember its divine nature through the process of healing and transformation. Chiron whispers to us, your wound is not your weakness. It is your offering. It's the place where your soul remembers compassion. It's how you connect with others on the deepest level. I invite you to reflect your Chiron placement. Ask yourself, where does my pain feel the most tender, the most raw? How has this wound shaped my compassion, my wisdom, or my ability to support others? And instead of asking, when will this go away, shift the question to, how can I tend to this wound with love today? So as we close this episode and this mini-series, I want you to hold this truth close. Your wound does not define you, but the way you choose to hold it, to honor it, and to transform it, that becomes your greatest gift. In the next series, we'll shift from the planets to the psyche itself, exploring the psychology of the soul, the inner child, the shadow self, and the ways we break free from trauma cycles to live more fully in alignment with who we really are. Until then, breathe into your heart, honor your journey, and remember, your healing is not just for you. It ripples outward, touching everyone you meet.